Welcome to my demonstration for my sprouted buckwheat and polenta flatbread. This is my favorite flatbread out of all the flatbreads. So I've got half a cup, 125 mils of sprouted buckwheat flour, which I made a video about if you want to know how to make it, and half a teaspoon of Himalayan salt. And I have half a cup, 125 milliliters, plus 1 tablespoon, 15 milliliters of water, and then 1 cup of cooked polenta, which has been in the fridge overnight. Then I mashed it, measured it, and that's 1 cup. So I'm gonna put this and the water into the blender. Okay. Then I'm gonna add this to the flour and Himalayan salt. Slowly. Make sure that it's mixed properly. Right. It's got baking paper on it. It's actually going to be easier if I just do this. Something like that. And I've already preheated this little oven of mine to 230 degrees Celsius. Make sure that it's on that temperature when you put the flatbread in the oven. So I'm going to bake it for about 15 minutes. It depends on your oven. You might need less time, you might need more time. So, but it's about 15 minutes. Okay, so let's have a look. So it must be a little bit golden brown at the bottom and at the top as well, then it's done. So now I want to see what will happen if I add more water and less polenta to make the batter thinner. I want to see if I can turn it into a wrap. So I've got 3/4 cups of polenta instead of 1 cup, and 3/4 cups of water plus 1 tablespoon of water. Mia. Hello, Mia. It's puffed up on the sides, but in the middle it still needs to separate. So I hope the whole thing is gonna separate. Okay, so it's been in the oven for 14 minutes on 230 degrees Celsius. Okay, so I learned that if you want to use this as a wrap, then cover it so that the steam will help it to soften up. Ow. I think this one is going to be a nice one. the fact that it separates is what makes it light, texture light. I think that one is a 10 out of 10, but I haven't tasted it yet. But it looks like a 10 out of 10. This might be my new favorite one. I will give you a quick demonstration just to show you how to cook the polenta. Okay, so I've reduced the flame because it needs to cook on low heat, otherwise it will burn. And then every now and then you check it and stir it a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna lower the temperature a little bit more. Not so low that the flame goes out, like I just did. So I started off on a high temperature until it came to a boil, and then I turned it down once it has thickened. It's not so easy to clean the pot, but if you let it soak for quite a few hours, then it cleans much easier. I think I'll check it every 5 minutes or so. Also, I like to put this in a cup of water because it makes it easier to clean later as well. I'm switching over to a fork. Place the fork in the water as well. You start timing the cooking from the time after it has thickened and you lowered the temperature. Okay, now it's 20 minutes. I'm going to check it quickly. I'm going to cook it for a bit longer. It's not done yet. It's been 20 minutes now. Also, just check here that it's not burning. This is not burnt. It's a little bit brown, but it's not burnt, so it's still okay. "25 minutes. You can go up to 30 minutes if you want to, but mine's gonna burn if I go for longer. So now I'm going to put this in a glass container. There you go. And now I'm going to let it cool down outside the fridge. And then you only place it in the fridge. If you put a lid on, leave a gap so that the steam can escape. And now I'm going to put hot water that I've just boiled into the pot. Don't put cold water in a hot pot or a pan because it's not good. The contrast in temperature can damage your pot and pan. So now I'm just going to let it soak like that overnight. And then that's tomorrow morning's problem. So I hope you will enjoy this flatbread as much as I do, and see you in the next video.